What is up, guys? Wish you a happy new year. In this video, we'll talk about the 2022 plan for this YouTube channel. The type of videos that you'll see on my channel in this year are divided into four different groups. The first group, let's talk about the first group. So the first title that I've written is Golang Basics. Now, you know that I already covered a lot of content around Golang, but we actually build actual projects and real life products with Golang. The problem that I'm seeing right now with many of my viewers is that they're still struggling with the basics, and they ask me a lot of questions around pointers, around project structure, structs, and interfaces, those kind of topics, right? So, and also a lot of people ask me to cover the basics as well and not just advanced projects. So what I've realized is that even though a lot of content around Golang Basics exists on YouTube, which I assumed that since it exists, I don't need to create Golang Basic videos. I just need to create projects because people can learn basics somewhere else. Even though it exists, people are still having trouble with the basics. So what I've thought is that I'll teach the Golang Basics as well. I won't just teach the basics just like that. There'll be actually deep dives into the concepts. So we'll read the documentation, we'll understand how everything works from a deeper level. So that's my plan. So we'll learn Golang basics, but we'll also keep doing deep dives into some of the concepts. And after I'm done with the basics, then we'll learn about the Golang design patterns, some of the basic design patterns at least. Then we'll learn a little bit of data structures and algorithms with Golang. So when I teach the projects right now on my channel, I assume that the people that come to my channel are usually senior developers who already know these three things. But that's not what's happening. A lot of people who are new to Golang are also coming to my channel and they don't have a grip on the basics. They want to build projects, but they don't have a grip on the basics. So I thought I'll cover the basics, the design patterns, and data structures and algorithms, because there's this video or series on my channel that's going on with Golang and DynamoDB, and it has a particular design pattern and has little bit of advanced concepts and an advanced project structure, and a lot of people are having challenges with that. So I thought I'll just go through these, and then then it'll be easier for you to follow along with my projects as well. And fourth is that I won't just have advanced projects on my channel. I'll also have very simple projects like 30-minute and 30-40 minutes you can build a small project. That's the plan. That will help you to not only learn the concepts that you learn with me, but also apply them, so that it kind of builds muscle memory and you understand where to apply those concepts in real life. So that's the group one of this year's plan. Now group two is, now there are people who are also, they know the basics, they also know, a good amount of, they're also quite comfortable with Golang, and they want to learn about microservices and advanced design patterns. So that's what I'm going to cover here. So when I say advanced design patterns, they also contain microservices design patterns as well. So we're going to go quite advanced, and then we're also going to look at complex projects with CloudOps. In the sense, we'll use Grafana, Prometheus, and what do you call it, Elasticsearch, all of those different things. And we'll use Kubernetes and Jenkins and Terraform, all of that, so that you not only you build the product or the project, but you also know how to do the ops, like the DevOps or the Cloud Ops for that particular project, and how do you take it to how do you build a CI/CD pipeline. All of those things I'll cover. And then this is one of my favorite topics, serverless. I've shown you how to build 2 serverless projects, but I want to take it a little more advanced this year, where I'll show you how to build a real life serverless project. It's going to be a long series and it's going to have a lot of details. So you need to brush up on your serverless and AWS skills in case you're already a senior developer. And then I'll show you a proper serverless project, in the sense, something that I've already built for a client. That level of project is what I want to show you in 2022, right? So that's my plan so this is group 1 and group 2. Now let's talk about group 3. Now, when I first started this channel, I also wanted to cover a lot of computer vision, because with Golang, you get some really nice libraries for computer vision. You get some average libraries with machine learning, but you can build some machine learning programs as well. And you can do a lot of basic AI, because there are some companies who have built their products and then they've opened up their libraries and APIs that we can use in Golang. So I want to show you some AI as well. And so mostly for these kind of videos, right, machine learning, computer vision, AI, we'll mostly use Golang. But in some places where I feel that Golang doesn't have the required or the necessary libraries or the necessary capabilities, I'll bring in Python and we'll build stuff with Python. Okay. And so the group 4 is something that's very relevant to 2022 and something that I also have been working on quite a lot recently, are these Web 3.0 projects. So since 2018 to about now, I've worked on more than 5 Web 3.0 projects. They were not termed Web 3.0 earlier. They were just called blockchain or DeFi projects. People who used to build these products, right? Now they've started calling them Web 3.0, which is good. Like it's Web 3.0. And so since 2018, I've been working on blockchain and DeFi without knowing that people are going to call, like this is going to be called Web 3.0 and whatever. So we'll work on Web 3.0 projects. I'll show you how to build your own blockchain. I'll show you how to build some decentralized applications like a decentralized edtech platform. I'll show you how to build some decentralized finance products as well. So these will be fairly complex projects, but before that, you also need to understand blockchains and how they work, how distributed systems work properly. And for that, I've started creating a lot of basic videos. So you need to check out the video on Web 3.0, on blockchains, and on SHA-256 algorithm that I've created on my channel. That's a small, I keep building up your knowledge to the place where you will be able to start building these kind of projects. Okay, so keep watching those videos. And then we'll have our NFT projects, which is again very relevant to what's happening right now in the market. Now, for Web 3.0, for NFT projects, I'll try to stick with Golang as much as possible. But wherever I feel that Golang doesn't have the required libraries or the required capabilities, I'll either use Python or I'll use JavaScript. Now, the smart contracts side of things, they will always have to be built with Solidity, right? So Golang cannot natively create smart contracts as far as I know. So people use Solidity, and then you build your Golang project, and then everything works together. So I'll use Golang to as much degree as possible, but if I feel at any place that things are lacking, I'll try and use JavaScript, and I'll use Python. But the main crux, as in the smart contracts and the complete parts where you interface with Ethereum, all of that will be built with Solidity, so you don't have to worry because we are essentially going to learn Solidity is what I'm trying to say, right? And because for Golang, it takes a while to, for the people, the community, it takes a while to kind of catch up with, let's say, Web 3.0. With JavaScript, there's quite a lot of work going on there. With Python, there's a lot of work going on there. But Golang, it takes a while to catch up. But when the Golang libraries come out, they're pretty rock solid. They're not like JavaScript libraries. So it takes a while for them to catch up. But whatever comes out with Golang is going to be pretty solid, rock solid. So what we'll do is we'll still learn everything with JavaScript and Python, and then we'll whatever we can build with Golang, we'll build. And when Golang catches up, we'll again rebuild the whole thing with Golang. So it's not a problem. Now, we'll also have some full stack projects going on. So there's only one complete full stack playlist on my channel, which is for React and Golang to-do project. And I started 2 others, but I've not been able to complete them. What I'll do is I'll complete them. Now, the reason I didn't complete them was because a lot of viewers on my channel, they don't know how sockets work or how WebRTC works, the basics of those concepts. So if I go ahead and build a complete, like a full-time chat application with socket, or a full-time or a real-time, web, like a video conferencing tool, a lot of people won't understand what's happening. So I wanted to cover those topics, which I will, along with the Golang basics. So I won't be covering just the Golang basics, but I'll also be covering a little more advanced things like using sockets and WebRTC and those type of libraries that you can use in Golang. So I'll be able to cover those previous projects that I've started that I thought are getting too complicated for some of my viewers. And so we already have these advanced projects going on our channel, and if we have some basic videos and good solid foundational videos, then you'll be able to just follow along really well. So that's basically my thinking. And I'll also start some easier React and Golang projects, and some easier Vue and Golang projects. I mean, we don't have to build video conferencing tools. We can build simpler tools as well. So I'll build some simpler projects so that you can understand how React and Golang work together, just like the React and Golang full stack to-do list project series. If you haven't checked it out, do check it out. It's an amazing series. So something like that is what we'll build. like simpler programs, right? So that you get more comfortable with React and Golang before we jump onto more complex projects. So that's what I wanted to show you. Basically, this was my 2022 plan. In case you have any suggestions, in case you have any requests, do let me know in the comments. And don't worry, all the series that are going on right now, like the e-commerce series and the other series that are going on, I will complete them. They're also a part of, I think, group 2. You can say group 2. They're part of group 2. So I'll finish them, and I'll also start these new series, and I'll also focus a lot on basics. So in case you've always been wondering, coming to my channel and always been unable to follow along, don't worry, I'll cover a lot of basics, and everything will make a lot more sense to you. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the upcoming videos.